Well, welcome everyone. Today we're working in the kitchen here, and more importantly, this 20-year-old Kenmore Elite stove. So, problem with it, it's propane, and you push the bake button, nothing happens. It'll just sit there, and I'll show you what I mean. You hit start, it'll stay at 100 degrees forever. If you hit broil and start, it'll start to work, and it will bring up temperature, so it runs on broil, but that's about it. Why? Why is it doing this? Well, the problem is, let me show you down in here. When you turn it on, let me maybe get this out of the way for us. That'll help take one of those out. If you turn it on broil, this fires up. Now this is an igniter. This gets hot and it lights the gas that's coming through here. I can actually show you that probably pretty easily. It may take a minute, and that'll get pretty red and glow in there and then light this sucker on fire. Okay, here you go. You can see that starting to glow red in there. That gets hot, and then all of a sudden it'll trigger the gas to be released and ignite the gas across the burner. Let's see, that sucker's glowing pretty good in there. And all of a sudden it'll just go poof. Try to get that light out of there. Takes a minute. There it goes. So that's how it's supposed to light. Let me turn that off so we can cut the temperature down here. And that'll burn the gas right out of it and be done. So this is why the broiler is working. Now the reason why it doesn't work when you hit bake is because there's another one of those buried down in here. And the problem is this guy, this igniter, isn't working down below. So that's what we have to change now, is we have to go down in here and get to that. So let's pull all this apart and start digging in. Good chance to actually clean your oven out a little bit while you're doing it. Let's see if I can pull this bottom pan easily enough. Okay, that's what we're after, this magical guy right here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna unplug the stove first so we don't get electrocuted, and then we're gonna have to take some of this apart so we can get down in here to these wires. And we want to cut these wires, disconnect this, and hook the new one in there. So let me pause this for a minute and see what I can get into. So with any major project, it's always good to have your helper handy with you. And this little guy, he's always curious as to everything that I'm up to. Right, little man? Okay, so took off a bunch of nuts and bolts here. Now we're going to pull this screen out. This way I can get to the bottom and show you what we're looking at and get some more slack in here off these wires. Okay. You helping? You hard to work with Dad? Yeah, try to keep him away. Basically, we unbolted our igniter from here. And as soon as we did, this came right up out of there. So we have to take this pan out to get to the rest of this connector down inside there. So the trick with this pan has been to get this front piece back. You can slide this out of here like this. That's been the hardest part so far, is getting this stupid pan out of here. And it's a good chance to actually clean all this, because nobody pulls all this apart to clean the oven out. Wow. Okay. Well, now we're getting somewhere. Now I still have to get down into to get to this wiring. So. And this guy seems to really like helping me. So there's the new one. That's what we're going to put in. And we just have to get there and plug it in. It should be it. And some of these models, what you can do is just cut them and you not use this plug and hardwire it in there, depending on, you know, these igniters are kind of generic. They run for everything. So if your plugs don't work, it may still work for you. Different models for different ones. Internet. You can find everything these days nice and easily. So what did we do, little man? We took the drawer out? Yeah. So we took the bottom warming drawer out of this. And then we did we were able to get to, I don't know if you can see, let me get my light here. We were able to get to this plug right here. So now we can fish that through, plug it in and go. And I'm gonna clean all this out at the same time. Yeah? Oh, you figured it out? You gonna be able to fix this yourself next time? Okay. So we've got our new igniter down in here, just to tighten this thing up a little bit. This nut driver works awesome. Boom, 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 and all that. So now that's in there. All we have to do is hook it up underneath. As soon as we do that, we're gonna vacuum all this and put it back together. Okay, so that's coming through there. Keep it all down and out of the way. All fuel and flame stuff. But it should be a piece of cake. It's just a plug. I can't see. Is there a difference? Yeah, one's got an angle. No, they both do, but they go like that. Piece of cake. It's on, it's done. Clip. It's in place. Wires are out of the way. Should be good to go. All right, now let's see what's gonna happen here. Now if we come back here, plug everything back in, bake, start, and let's see, does it work? Come on, girl, come on. Maybe keep your head out of the way just in case it goes poof. Ooh, it's glowing, I see it glowing, that's a start. Will she get hot enough? Will it light it up? Come on. Let's see. Any second now. There it is! Ta-da! All right. Well, now my wife can't be too mad at me anymore that the stove doesn't work. So we just saved this, just doing that. This 20-year-old stove, which absolutely nothing wrong with it. It's in perfect shape. It's just, you know, it's got 20 years of wear and tear on it and cooking. And with a $15, $20 part, it's back up and running again. So we didn't have to go spend $2 grand on another nice stove or whatever. I don't even know how much these stupid things go for these days. But more than I want to spend on a stove if I can buy some toys instead. So hopefully right there, you learned how to fix your stove. It's really not that hard, even though we're dealing with gas. I assume no responsibility for anything you do because, hey, I don't know what you know. But at the same time, it's not that hard to do. You just have to kind of snoop around and figure it out. But pretty simple, just that little igniter, piece of cake. And if your broiler's not working, that's the problem with that. It's the top one. So, I hope you learned something, and this applies to other things besides just the Kenmore. I mean, a lot of gas appliances are the same igniter system and setup. So, good luck, like, subscribe.